Around half, a third, something like that
Oh,
of the time.
that's ridiculous.
Sometimes it clicks like 4 times.
What? At one point, will
But I've
you
learned
actually
to work
replace
around
it?
it. I've adapted. It's not necessary to replace now.
Bruh. See, like, the nice thing about my mouse is it's the most popular model Logitech has ever made, and I think it's the most popular mouse ever sold. So if this one breaks, I just buy the newest updated model because they keep like remastering it.
Who?
Oh, hello. Oh my
Shut
god.
up.
Me and my goon squad rolled up.
We're being invaded, Nathan.
We are being invaded. I don't like it. We had a little Skyrim sanctuary in here.
Careful with those.
Have you been bringing the back? Another piece of glory. Good. I've been hearing rumors. A group of them has run fast.
Alec.
friend.
I have beautiful news.
Do ya?
I finally figured out how to make a Bluetooth connection between an app and a device.
That's cool.
I just had to read the
You know how to do that,
Android
Alec?
API.
I've never used Bluetooth.
It
That's
I don't
fair.
know.
I don't
It
know.
requires quite a lot of like code to set up, but like they tell you what code to use, like on the Android developers page.
You're using Android for it?
You
Yeah,
have to, essentially. It's so hard
Really?
to develop on iOS. If you, I guess you do have a MacBook, but
I don't use Androids. Did you?
Roger. I wouldn't put it on both, but we're doing it on Android first because to put an app on Apple, you have to pay $100 a year, and to do it on Android, you pay $25 once.
and
Sounds like Apple and Android.
and for Apple, you have to have a MacBook. So like for me, it's not even feasible because I don't have any Macs.
Yeah. Yep. That just doesn't. Yep. Not
Alec
even
had,
worth it.
Alec had to have his mom buy him.
I had a Mac Mini for my birthday and Christmas present one year.
So I'm set. I guess I have a MacBook.
Alec, for this quest, I was sent to for this raiding quest. I was sent to Swindler's Den. This is gonna be like my 5th time here. I'm not even kidding. This is absurd.
How do they not know you by now? I guess because you just kill everyone there.
Yeah, I wipe them. I'm just the deity that wipes their entire tribe to start anew.
Well, it's just more people coming across some random cave that's already set up now, so they just start living there.
Yeah,
again.
because now it's the silver
Like-
hand. Before it wasn't. It was just bandits. Now it's the silver hand in here that I'm killing.
The thing is, who cleans up the bodies? Or does each group just find the place massacred and then clean up the bodies to make room for themselves?
I would imagine it's what you just said.
I took off my headset for 2 seconds and come back to that.
I've been to this place 3 times for Radiant quests. 1 time for this current quest and 1 time for the like Alikir quest.
Oh yeah, that one. I wonder if they all just go to put bodies in the same like closet, and so then each new group of people who comes there opens the closet, and
Who
then
else
there's
would
just
love me even when I hate them.
a little bit of a mess.
A little bit.
Or if they just bury them, and then they go to make a hole to bury, and then find a mass grave
creepy uncle.
of millions of generations of people.
Yo, Alec.
4 generations of people.
Mr.
Yes,
Alec,
Massimo?
did you ever whatchamacallit? Did you ever make a procedurally generated music thing?
Nope.
Procedurally generated music thing. Elaborate.
Do you want to work on that together?
I don't know how to do that.
Roger, you should learn. You could join us.
Yeah. I could download Java real quick. Or whatever.
I don't know what we'd make it in. Like,
I would probably just use
I would use
Game Engine
Python.
Studio.
Wait, for procedural generation, I would definitely use Python.
No, it's nothing like super complicated. Like we broke it down into something a lot more manageable. That I would be able to make it fastest in Game Maker Studio. Just
Making music in Game Maker seems legit.
well, the way we have it, we just broke it down into individual notes, and then we'd have algorithms that decide which notes and chords to play.
My knowledge of music theory has increased, Alec. I can make a better algorithm at this point.
Well, what's his face? Do you remember in music theory we learned about the guy who literally just assigned like? Do you remember Weyburn? Weyburn. He
Are we
just
talking
assigned.
about that one music class we took?
Yeah, the music class we took. This Weyburn assigned numerical values to each note, and like, had an algorithm for making his little doodly doos. And remember, she showed us the clip for that like one awful piece that he wrote.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
How do you not remember this? It was like,
Was I not there?
I don't know. You slept through like half the class probably.
Natan, he just didn't cover it, remember? Not in his class. Blame the professor.
Hold on, I'll play.
What, Massimo?
I was making a joke about it was the professor's fault.
It actually
What?
wasn't this last time. It was
Yeah,
not.
they put
Or it
the
wasn't Alex's
date of
fault.
the quiz wrong in Canvas. It was supposed to be for after today's lecture, and then they went over it in today's lecture. They did more about the master theorem junk.
So Alec was right, Natan.
He was this is. I admit he was right this time.
Alec, I rescind my joke then. When I formal. Yeah, Alec, I could actually come up with a pretty good procedurally generated music. I think.
You probably have the comp sci knowledge to do it yourself.
Yeah, I don't know how to play notes. Like, I don't understand how that would work.
Well, if you use something like Game Maker Studio, it's just really easy. Just like there's just a bunch of given play note functions that you can use to modify what's being played or start.
But I'm not
new
going to
things
pay for
played.
Game Maker Studio to make procedurally generated music.
You could just use the free trial, but or you could look into something that can do it through Java if you want.
You think
I'm
there's
sure
like libraries or something that
Yeah,
play
there's
notes?
definitely. There's
Is that
probably
something-
dozens
fine.
of choices.
So what should I Google? Library for playing notes, Java. Like, I don't even understand how a computer can make noise, to be honest. Like, conceptually, like, what the hell is it doing?
It's just ones and zeros. It's just mimicking vibrations. Of ones and zeros.
Like, I realize that all like the notes are represented by ones and zeros at a time, but how does like a speaker work to make noise?
It
I don't know.
vibrates.
Massimo,
A
I could
speaker
send
works
you.
the same way any other speaker works. It just vibrates.
I don't really know how many speakers work, to be honest.
They vibrate at
Like, I
different
conceptually know
frequencies.
when they vibrate, but that doesn't make that much sense. Like, I know
Okay,
each
What
music
doesn't
note
make
is
sense?
Massimo,
What?
you know the old school record players where you put a record down and then there's like there's a little pin that goes onto the record, and then that leads to this giant like megaphone type thing. You know that?
Yes.
So when the pin is on the record, in the record there are these little grooves. The pin sits inside those grooves, and so
And-
when the record spins, it
Right.
moves around the pin, and so the pin moving around then gets amplified through the the shape of that megaphone type thing until the vibration in the pin just gets louder and louder, and then we hear that as music of a certain type.
Okay, well, my confusion is, like, I recognize that all music and all sound is just, like, hertz at different frequencies, right?
Then what do you not get?
My question is, what makes a speaker sound different? Like, if they're all making, like, say you play two identical pieces, right? One in shitty earbuds and one in, like, a nice surround sound system, and they're both playing the exact same hertz notes at the exact same seconds, why do they sound different?
These better approximation algorithms to mimic the original vibrations. Because the original sound is going from analog, it's like sound waves, to ones and zeros, and then back into analog through vibrations. And that conversion is done more lossless and efficiently with better speakers.
Does that just cost more money to do, or is it like proprietary information that they don't share?
It's better technology and better algorithms, so it's both.
Like, so you're saying like Beats has their own approximation technology that they don't share with Skull Candy earbuds?
It's like also the precisions of just the different circuits they use. It's just better like quality. It's the same reason like different CPUs are better.
It's the same quality what? Sorry, I didn't hear you the last bit.
It's like the same reason CPUs are different than in quality. Like it's just they're different. They're made with better components. Alec, I found it. I found the piece. The one by Anton Wayburn where he just used he just assigned different numerical values to different notes and played it. Here, I'm about to play it. It's beautiful.
One word for it.
I hate that.
I'll link it so you can listen. Actually, I'll just Anton Wayburn Kinder Stuck.
I found a library that you can download where you literally just add, like, you write ASCII characters to play the notes, and to see them together, you can just concatenate them with a plus.
I don't understand what you guys are trying to do though. Like, how would it sound any different from what I just played?
Well, I would actually use music theory and make it sound good.
And this guy didn't.
That sounded like pretty bad.
He's one of the most famous composers of all time, Anton Wayburn. He like was.
Well, he's not as good as Massimo.
Like I can play one of Anton Wayburn's actual pieces.
Is this guy actually a coder though?
He only meets the requirements if he's a coder.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like good either.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's classical music. You just have to... There's a lot of intricate different things going on there. If you don't understand it, then it probably won't sound good.
And we all...
Roger,
if we
I
don't
like
understand... We're also just hearing it through a ton there.
Also
That
true.
was the main direction I was going.
Like, I feel it would also be kind of fun to write my own library to play musical notes. Like, what is there like a command you can send to the operating system?
Good
to, like,
freaking luck, dude.
I mean, people write like interpreters and shit. I feel like I can
Around here.
play
That'd be
music
like
notes.
thousands of lines of code.
Excellent. Looks like
Yeah,
you've really
Moscow, what a
driven them into
dumb
hiding.
idea. God.
Don't like them out yet.
It's just so impractical.
My idea is
It's
very
just so-
doable. It'll take a very long time.
Why? Why? First off, there, like you said, there are interpreters out there. I'm sure many of them do a great job. But why would you write your own? It's so
Soon enough.
time-consuming and painful.
He knows from experience.
What did you do, Natan?
Just think about like what you'd have to
Well,
do.
did you make-
Conceptualize it. It's so hard.
You'd be like, yeah, it'd be a little hard. I don't even know if it would be super hard. It would be very time consuming.
I consider time-consuming to be hard. It's. I don't really differentiate the
I
two.
never thought they would actually let me join the
Might head down to the meadery later.
It's like they're letting anyone in these days.
I guess I do. Like, it can take me 5 hours to read a book, but I don't consider it hard. It takes me 20 minutes to jack off. I don't consider it hard.
I've heard. And
What are you doing in
That's
20
not a
minutes?
problem, then.
But I
It takes
feel
0
God
minutes
wants
for
me
you
to
to make me
them.
lose all my brain
My
cells.
advice: always be honest with the old man, but don't tell him.
Why are you so mean? I thought we were pals.
I'm waiting.
I think.
By the sound of it, you have your dick to tide you over for a while.
Thank you for. Yes, youngling. Have a seat.
Oh no, callback white man called me a youngling. Am I gonna die?
Probably.
Am I gonna get shat on by
I
Anakin?
hear you've been busy of late. Lad, mind you, it's no business, but this sneaking around. In any case, I haven't. Have you heard the story of how we came to be werewolves? Aye. As in all matters of faith, though, the reality is more. The companions are nearly 5,000. One of my predecessors was a good. If the companions would hunt in the name of their lord, here's. They did not believe the change would. But we had been deceived. The witches didn't lie. The disease upon death. For some, this is. And that is their choice. But I am still. That's what I've. And now I've found the answer. They won't give it. I want you to seek them out and bring me their heads, the seat of their abilities. From there, you shall have no shield, brother. Talos guide you, lad.
Collect a Grenmoral witch's head. Sounds like my kind of job. This is at.
You guys ever made like a social media bot, like a Twitter bot or something?
See, this is a more practical idea.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna use the library to do my procedurally generated thing. I was just let me have my dreams at a time.
No.
I can't even work on this for a while. I'm already in the middle of something. I don't have time for procedurally generated music right now.
And Massimo, I thought you were going to work on that one game.
I've been working on it a little bit, but the friend I was going to work on it with is kind of lazy, and he doesn't want to work on it, so I'm working on with my other friend on this Bluetooth thing.
Who isn't lazy, though?
I mean, I've worked on the game maybe like, I don't know, 8 hours or something. I have like a randomly generated map, and you can move on it.
That's something.
What are you making it in?
It's fucking Java.
Nice.
Not ideal, I'm aware.
You making Minecraft?
If they can do Minecraft, I can make my shitty tile-based, turn-based game. You know?
Like, why did they pick Java? That's what I just don't get.
Well, I'm only familiar in Java and a little bit Python, so I figured Java would be better than Python.
Python
Right?
would be just an atrocity to make a game in, yes.
Yeah, so out of those options, I went Java, and I didn't want to pay for a game-making engine. So
I mean, I would
here-
think C++ would be better than Java, but
that might be true, but I know literally zero C++. Actually, that's not true. I know the amount of C++ they use in Arduinos, which is useless amount. Do you know C++?
I know C and C++ is very similar, and I know Go and also very similar.
Hey, watch it!
Go is such a dope language, actually.
What is it primarily used for?
It's just C, but like updated to be like actually functionally usable in the modern day.
Did you see all of the state governments wanted COBOL programmers to like re-update like their databases or
Oh,
something?
yeah, because they're still using freaking COBOL.
Because they're using shit from like the 80s.
I'm surprised they didn't want like just straight like 1s and 0 machine code.
You have to input bytecode for it to run.
Well, it's actually funny because for Seagate, the firmware engineers, they actually use assembly code. They have to write all their code in assembly.
Why?
Because that's how firmware works. It has to be device level. You can't stick a compiler into, you know. into a hard drive.
You might have some point. I feel like it would be beneficial for me to learn at least basic assembly. But
Take
does not
354.
sound like-
Take 354 and 252. You'll learn assembly pretty well.
yeah, it doesn't sound like something I want to do on my own.
I actually really enjoyed 354.
Do you guys do leak code at all?
Leap code? Or
Leak code.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I use leak code. Leak code's great for interviews. Leak code's really good. But I would never use it.
I feel like I should.
I would never use it if I'm not practicing for an interview, though. Like, I have better things to do.
Cool.
I've never even like looked at it.
I died again.
It's just programming problems that are incredibly similar to interview questions, to be honest. That's the main utility of it.
So do a bunch of it early in the fall before the career fair.
I mean, I'd honestly just do it for like a month before, like, once you have your interview scheduled, and then I wouldn't spend any more time on it than that. You know, it'd be a sick job. It's like working at NASA.
Yeah, that'd be really sick. I agree.
I forgot you want to be a space warrior.
Did you watch the Liftoff, boy?
Absolutely.
Companies.
I also watched it the Wednesday before when they had planned to launch it for 2 hours, just to get told that they weren't going to launch.
Jeez.
So it was a
Why didn't they
big
launch?
waste
The weather was
because the weather's, yeah, the wind would have blown them off course. But none of them died, so you know, success.
yet.
Look how that's the line that they have to draw. Death? No. Good.
The Columbia did have everyone die on re-entry, so
Yeah.
Oh, really?
yeah. The heat
That's
shield,
what the government wants you to think.
the heat shield didn't work, and then it burned up on re-entry. And also, Mosmo, what?
What? You're talking about the government wants you to think that?
Yeah.
Here's some reading, Natan.
You do some reading, bro.
Do you actually think we've been to the moon?
Oh, I know.
Oh, he's one of these people.
No, he's
one of
He's
these.
memeing.
I'm actually a little offended that you didn't automatically know I was memeing, Crusher.
I knew you were memeing. I wasn't sure if you were memeing about the Columbia, if there was something I was missing.
No, I was memeing about all of it. Didn't they like burn up and then fall into the ocean?
It burned up upon re-entry, yeah. And I don't know where it fell, they just died.
It disintegrated.
It
on
did indeed
re-entry.
disintegrate is a perfect word to describe it, yeah.
Damn shame that is.
It's just like
Killed 7 people.
It's so sad that the Challenger one is like, let's stick a random person on one
The
space
teacher? Yeah. Jesus
blows
Christ.
Yeah.
up.
You know what's crazy is my high school physics teacher was in the final round of applicants for the Challenger flight.
That's
And then
hilarious.
she decided not to go because of some family commitment. And then the Challenger blew up.
One of my
So she would've
elementary school
died.
teachers was like not a finalist, but they were like
Where
there.
have you been?
Like not that high,
Yeah.
but they're in the running.
Why
They
did
were
they
in the running.
send space anyways?
I hope it
Why'd they
was
send a
for
teacher to
good.
space? To try to
It
like
means you weren't here to defend
prevent
me.
people from thinking the moon landing was fake?
They finally found enough
But
courage
even
to
now,
attack your
all you have to
master.
be
We
is a
fought
science
them off.
teacher in any high school, and you're automatically
Godlike.
like checked off the requirements to be an astronaut, and you're welcome to apply.
Yeah, and then you
Like
have
you don't need any other background other than you're a science teacher.
I bet they don't let those people compared to the other applicants that much.
Well,
so-
sure, yeah,
true.
they're never going to get
No.
picked, but they can
But
still
in the-
apply
but you
compared to the
will bring the battle to
other
your
6
chief
billion
camp.
people who can
They
apply,
will
you know?
be they will avenge
Cannot just
Skyrim,
anyone apply?
and they will
No.
know terror
I would
before
never
they
be an
Like-
astronaut.
There are very specific requirements in order to be an astronaut.
I love the idea of space travel and think it's sick, but like I would just never want to go on a big rocket ship that is scary.
I would love to do that. I would take that risk.
I would not risk my life.
I wouldn't go to space before I die, though. Like, do you not?
If I had terminal cancer or like I was like 84, yeah. But like,
would you go live on like the first Mars colony?
I would not.
If they set it up,
colony. I would not.
And you were guaranteed that you would live.
Well, then no. I like having like an actual life.
I think breathable air is a big win for me.
I'm gonna do what's called a pro.
You would go down in history books for like all of humanity forever, though.
That's true. I probably would do it, but like I'd have to like hate my life.
Like, think about it. You would be more important than like Winston Churchill in 2000 years.
Depends on how many people went, and if it's like
it would probably be, like,
you're going there as a community leader to lead a community on Mars.
A community leader to lead a community.
Yeah, you know.
Just think about
what Austin was talking about.
I mean, think about how much money it costs to transport shit and people over there. It probably wouldn't be more than 1,000 at most.
1,000 people.
Probably less.
Much less.
I would imagine it's quite a bit fewer.
Very long process.
Probably
yeah,
like
the very
50.
first colony would definitely be. Yeah, I was gonna say 100. As the first colony.
Oh, I mean, I think the first like people who live on Mars.
Well, the first colony
would
just be like a bunch of
10
scientists.
people, but I think like the first colony.
Yeah, it would indeed be a bunch of scientists. Yeah, I think the first like 1,000 or so people would have to be scientists.
Probably more.
You have to terraform the entire planet before it's livable.
They would literally just have a bunch of sperm and eggs to reproduce there. I think. I don't think it would be worth like actually transporting real people.
Why sperm and eggs when you can just pipe?
Because if we did allow them to just pipe, we would have to know the effects of having sex in space, which we currently do not know.
We kind of do. We kind of do know actually that like it results in like fucked up babies.
Do we
well,
think
sure,
but sex in space?
What did you say?
There was.
I said, has there ever been a sex in space?
There has.
Yes.
There is indeed. Some dude made a suit, or like they did a. I forget what TV show. They had like a little, like feature on a husband and wife astronaut couple that made a custom spacesuit that had an opening in a certain spot for both sides to like make a tunnel and then pipe.
The best part about it was that the husband and wife didn't tell NASA that they were husband and wife when they signed up. Because you're not, if you're in any relationship with someone, you're not allowed to both go on the same flight.
And there's been people who claim that they've had sex in space afterwards, but there's no recorded instance of like guaranteed they had sex in space. There's no evidence of having sex in space.
No, there's a video of them having sex on.
Is there really?
Yeah. What? Yeah, it was on. It wasn't in space though. It was on one of those parabolic flights that simulate space.
Oh.
That's how. That was one of their tests for the.
I want to be the first man to ever have sex in space. That's my life goal.
Of course.
You can't, Massimo. They've already done it.
Not in deep
the husband
space.
and wife who went up there had sex in space.
He wants to be the first recorded one.
Yeah, I want to be first recorded, Morgan, and that's in orbit. I don't know if I count that. I want to be in orbit.
No, I'm not talking about the people that were in orbit. I'm talking about the husband and wife that went to space on the same mission. They were in the International Space Station and had sex on the
It just wasn't
Space
recorded.
Station.
That's like the only thing because it was.
It's not officially recorded because the government was like, we don't know them.
Screw them. You know why? Maybe they have sex first, but in 200 years when little kids are reading the textbook, who do you think they're going to read about? The random people or Massimo who publicized it to the entire nation in a live stream?
Dude, like, there's no way. I'm being honest. Like, do you think there's any way? There's got to be at least one beat your meat in space. Like, one instance of it, at least.
Careful.
Like, there's dudes that are up there for, like, over a year.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure, but that wouldn't have any effect on you. I mean,
dude, I don't know. Like, would it? Like, what if you just pass out because of the lack of whatever gravity or I don't know. Dude, it'd just be like, oh my god, that's disgusting.
flying pile of semen.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be a pile. It'd be like individual globules.
Okay.
Dude, I don't
That
know
ain't
how
a
it
thought.
would
I
work.
don't know what it is.
I don't know how it would work, Jesse. How it go? I don't know.
Do women have periods in space?
Yeah, possible.
It'd have to just be like
Being in
little spheres,
space
like
does
little
not
bubbles.
affect whether or not they have periods.
Call me crazy. I feel like gravity.
You're crazy. I'll gladly call you crazy.
Like, how will blood come out? Is my question.
The same way
There's
it
no
normally
gravity.
does. The same way like pee comes out for.
Isn't it gravity? They don't pressurize squirt blood out there.
Dude,
Like,
how do you think people pee in space?
Well, pee is pressurized.
You think the blood just leaks out?
Largely.
Nah.
Ugh.
There's a thing
I'm gonna
called
type this into
period.
Google. Period blood.
Ever heard of cramps?
Does period blood have pressure?
I'm sure some leaks out, but like, there's also like.
It wouldn't in space, right?
Why wouldn't it?
Isn't the leakage a factor of it's going downwards due to gravity?
Maxwell, why
I
don't
don't
you just
think
look
so.
this up on Google as opposed to asking whether or not
I'm
a
not
period
reading
has pressure?
Article right now on obgyn.onlinelibrary.com.
The truest source for period pressure.
It says nothing about space though.
In space, yeah, I don't know.
Do women
Oh, you do.
have periods?
That explains it all.
in
That explains
space?
it all. Yeah, so apparently they use suction vacuums for pee, so that's probably they also use suction vacuums for periods. There we go. It's answered.
Boom.
Thank you, Jasiago, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
NASA's medical staff weren't sure how microgravity would affect menstruation. Ha! Where would the blood flow if it should, or would it flow back into the uterus and cause health problems? See, NASA wasn't sure either. I'm not crazy.
NASA
But
also wasn't
NASA
sure.
solved it.
NASA also wasn't sure how to use a pen in space, so like, you think about a lot of stuff.
Was a pencil too much for them?
No,
That was what
that's what
that
they
was-
use, yeah.
and it's actually a lie because like
The
the
urban
graphite
myth.
powder from the pencils is really stupid and it's flammable. So
Yeah.
the rest of it's like that.
There's like a whole meme. It's like, NASA spent $5 million developing
Okay,
a space pen,
apparently
and the
The
Russians just
vast
use a
majority
pencil.
of female astronauts use oral contraceptives to not have their periods during spaceflight and training.
That would make it easier.
Yeah.
I
The
didn't
second
think.
most popular option is an IUD, which can last up to 3 to 5 years.
I didn't think you could block periods, to be honest.
I didn't either. I didn't know that was a thing.
And I knew you could block it with the pill.
Well, I thought you just regulated it with the pill.
Yeah.
Some people it stops completely.
Huh. The more you know.
So it says further studies need to understand the effects of menstruation in space. It seems like they weren't sure what happens, and they can't have menstruation blood in like the.
Why do you
pee
say?
system.
Why do you say menstruation?
Just menstruation.
Yeah,
Menstruation.
It's not. It's not an Italian soup.
Meningitis.
They just wanna-
Italian soup.
Minestrone, ministration.
Yeah.
Minestrone?
Clever.
That's what it sounds like you're saying. You're saying administration.
You said minestrone? Minestrone.
Also, stop while you're behind.
That was funny.
That's actually how you say it. I'm actually correct. My family's Italian.
Minestrone.
Yeah, but I don't
And
think
how
you.
they
I don't think you minestrone.
It did sound like you gasped at the end of that.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of that.
It's a very important topic.
I mean,
And the answer is
Massimo's
kind of
right.
lame. They usually try not to.
Massimo's right though. If NASA's thinking about it, we're doing something right.
Yeah.
Don't try to hit yourself onto it. You mean I'm doing something right? It's only when my idea isn't crazy that you aren't making fun of me.
What? Exactly.
Well, I'm saying the idea was never crazy, but you act as though it was, and then we found out that I was right, and now you're trying to switch sides, and I won't allow it. I stayed alone and demonstrated.
Massimo, we
No
were
one
wrong
said-
at the beginning, and we were corrected. You're allowed to change your opinion if you're proven incorrect.
Did anyone like?
Well, my issue, Morgan, was they said, "Oh, we were right," but he was on the other side.
I didn't say we were right. I said I'm glad we got down to the bottom of that.
Okay, you're right. But I still. I want you to say you were right, Massimo.
I mean, I guess you're right, Massimo.
At this loss.
Oh, throw in the I guess though. Does that ruin it?
No, it's good enough for me. I don't need that much.
Ha! My fingers were crossed.
That was enough validation. I know they weren't at the time.
Sorry, I gotta focus. I'm burning a guy right now.
As one does.
It was a bit disingenuous. It's a funeral pyre. Makes me think of Game of Thrones and how sad that ending was.
His spirit is departed. Members of the circle.
That it was. That it was.
I mean, that wasn't the sad part. The sad part was how the entire show was ruined in the space of 4 episodes.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Oh, they're talking about Dany's funeral pyre.
Oh no. I was just saying the funeral pyre reminded me of Game of Thrones. And I'm thinking about Game of Thrones. All I feel is sadness.
It's crazy that I was in quarantine. I've been rewatching so many TV shows, yet I feel no desire to rewatch Game of Thrones.
I don't think I'll ever rewatch it again.
Just because, but like,
I mean, just 1 through 7 is so good though.
I think in season 6, where Cersei blows up the Sept and Dany is flying to.
Whoa!
Westeros
Spoilers,
Dragon,
dude! Spoilers!
That would be where I would end the rewatch.
A little piece of me died when Rob died too.
At the Red Wedding.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
it's
my
such a good
favorite
episode
He's
though.
my favorite character. I love it
Yeah.
from like a literary standpoint. Like, I wish more people would do that. Like, kill people that kill main characters.
I thought the Red Wedding was a really stupid thing.
Why?
It just made the rest of the show not mean anything.
Because you liked Rob. I
Wow.
know, but I also like you gotta move past that.
It just made the rest of the show stupid. Or, not the rest of the show.
That's
but,
a
like,
hot take,
everything-
Alec.
Yeah.
Like the whole, everything before that point was.
I mean,
just stupid
I think.
and useless.
I mean, season 3 is like the consensus best one too. So like, I guess you're not wrong when you say the show got worse after that. But I don't think it was because.
I really like season 6 too, though.
Season 6? Which one was that?
I mean, season 5 wasn't season 5 Battle of the Bastards?
Season 5
No,
was also
season-
very good. Season 5 was Battle of the Bastards
Battle of
and
the
Sept of
Bastards. Season
Baelor.
5 was.
Yeah.
Season 6 had Battle of the Bastards.
Or that's what I meant.
It
Season,
had-
no, season 6 had Battle of the Bastards.
Oh,
and
that
Sept
was
of
season
Baelor.
6?
Se-
Oh,
Season
Okay.
5 was Jon Snow dying.
Gotcha. You're right, because season 5 is where they stop
Yeah.
following the books. Yeah.
I also like loved Ned, but like I knew he was gonna die because of Sean Bean.
My favorite was Jamie, I think.
Jamie, I like
Your
Ned,
shield siblings
and then I
were
liked
thrown to the
Rob.
Underforge. I think they're
and then they
waiting
both
for
died, and I was like, all right, I see how it is. But like I said, I'm still glad like he did it, George R. R. Martin, because like Star Wars, for example, I'm so pissed that the good guys always win. It's so annoying.
I mean, Obi-Wan died.
He died because he was like 90 years old.
Being Moonborn is not so much of a curse as you might think, Vilcus.
They should have killed off Han Solo or Leia.
Like I really wanted Palpatine to win in
They
the latest
did.
movie.
Massimo, they killed off both Han Solo and Leia.
Yeah, I don't count the new movies because they're bullshit.
I don't understand why they wouldn't just keep Leia dead from when she yeeted into space. They had her like float back or whatever. That was so
Yeah, and she was dead anyway.
With the
She's
Force.
dead in She's dead in real life. Just let her die.
Well, she wasn't dead when they came out with that movie.
She was. She died. She died before
No,
it
she
came
wasn't.
out. She died after they were done filming, but before it came out. The 8th one?
True.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
they actually CGI'd some of the scenes with her in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just
I thought
used
that was the last. I thought they just did it with the last one, not the second
the
one.
last one
She
was
actually
entirely
died.
CGI.
She died right after filming Rogue One, right?
Maybe?
She never.
She was.
She never. She wasn't in Rogue One.
Then they CGI'd her in Rogue One.
Oh,
Because she was
right.
in it. She was at the very end. And I actually think you're right. I think it was CGI. I don't
Dude,
think that was actually her.
Rogue One's one of my favorite
Yeah.
Star Wars movies. Like, it
Yep,
was so
I really
good.
liked
I
Rogue
like Rogue
One.
One a lot.
Rogue One was decent.
Dude,
Actually,
the
you know
ending
what?
was
Rogue
so
One was an
badass.
okay movie, but the ending was what made it really good.
I just
wasn't a
think
fan
it
of
was
the
good.
ending.
What?
Alec with another hot take.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I don't like it when the characters get killed off and then the
Yeah, he
stories are
doesn't like
meaningless.
death.
I mean, they couldn't
Nobody
have
can
lived.
die. Everything must be happy.
I'm saying
Happy
that,
ending.
but-
Dora, 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 the Explorer.
I mean, they like literally couldn't have like kept him alive.
Alan,
Oh,
you
because
guys,
then
did you not like the ending to Gladiator either?
I have not watched
Russell
that.
Crowe, fantastic movie.
That's an iconic movie.
Shawshank. I've never.
Shawshank is elite, also
I've
very
never seen
fantastic
Shawshank.
ending. Boys, what?
I keep
Sorry.
meaning to see Shawshank, and then I just don't for some reason. I think it's
Yeah.
time. I think it's time I do it.
It was
I've
on
never seen
Netflix
Pulp
like
Fiction.
2 different times. Ooh, bruh.
I've seen like enough clips of it that I know what's happened, so I don't want to watch it.
Both Pulp Fiction and Shawshank Redemption are 2 of my favorite movies ever.
E.G.
Alec, let me guess, you don't like the ending of Return of the King.
What was that ending?
Lord of the Rings.
The Return of the King?
Yeah, I know what was the ending of it.
It was a happy
They had
ending.
like the epic battle in front of the gates, right?
I don't
Yeah,
I
Minas
don't
Tirith.
remember disliking it.
It was a battle out in front of Minas Tirith. Frodo yeets Gollum, but he bites his finger off first.
Oh yeah.
Return of the King
Yeah,
is one
I
of my
forgot about the
favorite
fingy.
Dude, Return of the King is also one of my favorite movies ever.
I give that movie not a perfect 10 out of 10. Actually, I give it a 10 out of 10.
I would give it a 10 out of 10. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That is the movie by which I define a 10 out of 10.
But
Return of the King?
Eagles. Why didn't the Eagles just take him there?
They actually hinted that. Like, the only reason they were able to get in is because they snuck in as 2 little hobbits. Like, Sauron would know.
Sure.
Yeah, the Eye of
Sure.
Sauron would have seen anyone else.
Like, he had a big giant eye. Like, if they saw him, they were dead.
Did you know the Eye of Sauron is actually just him?
You know?
Well, they'd zoom in on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see him sitting in the center. It's pretty cool, actually.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Fool!
So you guys gotta watch Pulp Fiction and Shawshank. Those are 2 amazing movies.
Oh yeah,
I've seen Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction
I've
is
seen
good.
Elliot.
I love
Pulp Fiction
Tarantino.
was weird.
Dude, I love how he pieced it together.
Have you seen The Fifth Element?
Yes, I love that, Bruce Willis.
That one's amazing. The plot twist.
Yes. Fifth Element and Sixth Sense. I gotta rewatch both of those.
Wait, which one's the one with
Sixth Sense was
the
good.
ghost and the kid?
The I See Dead People one?
Oh,
No,
Fifth
not
Element.
That's
Chicken
that's-
good. Do you remember that line?
Chikan Good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
Was
I
that
like the Fifth Element.
was that the orange hair lady that said that?
Yeah, she tries chicken. She goes, chicken good. That's
Did
all I
you guys
remember
ever
from that
see the
movie.
original Blade Runner movie?
I did not like Blade Runner, no.
The first
I
one?
watched Blade Runner 2049 or what
Yes.
is it 2049?
With
2049.
I watched that one.
Yeah, Denis
with-
Villeneuve, Ryan Gosling.
no,
Harrison
with
Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I watched that one, not
That's
realizing
the
that there was an original Blade Runner movie.
Yeah, has anyone seen the original Blade Runner movie?
No.
Natan, did you see it?
No, I had not seen it, but I saw 2049 and hated it. And
It was really bad, mainly because I didn't know there was a first one
This is
when I
the
watched it.
resting place of Ysgramor.
You need to talk. The first one's actually good.
Nothing of what
It's just
I
like a
believe
Harrison
it.
Ford.
I just didn't like 2049, and I love Denis
original
Villeneuve, so like I
It's
probably
not
just
the
don't like the
cure.
series.
They just want to return Wuthra to Ysgramor. It should open the way.
You know what movie I actually really liked? Tron, the new one.
I liked it.
It got kind of
Wasn't
shit
that a
on.
Disney movie?
Was Tron made by Disney?
I thought it was.
I could have been. All I remember is Jeff Bridges is in it, Olivia Wilde's in it, and David Warner's in it.
I actually really like Pacific Rim if we're talking about new movies that are kind of shitty.
Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
Dude, such a good soundtrack.
It's such a good movie. I hear so many people hate on it. I didn't like the second one, but I liked the first one.
That the one with the big monsters that come out of the rift in the ocean?
Yeah.
And then they have robots that fight against them.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
It's like the American rendition of Godzilla.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't think it was like an amazing film or anything, like cinematic masterpiece. But it
yeah,
was
dude.
fun. And I
Tron Legacy got shit on. 6.8 on IMDb, 52% on Rotten Tomatoes, 51%. I liked it though.
Mind it. I don't remember it like sticking out to me all that much, but I don't remember hating it. Oh god, 2010, Jesus.
I
Did
know.
you guys
Doesn't
see
even
South
feel
Park?
like
Have you seen South Park musical?
South Park musical? No.
Yeah. You haven't seen Big South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut?
I hate it.
I watched the South Park movie.
It's a musical.
Speaking of South Park, aren't they gonna have like so much shit to like write
It's
about
gonna
now?
be- How do
Now
you
that's-
Yeah. They'll
'Cause
never
they'll-
run out of material.
That shows the show that like memes on like current day events, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, I love Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
You don't like South Park, Roger?
I don't at all, actually.
I'm kind of surprised.
P. Diddy, baby.
It was just like I don't mind the comedy. It's just I don't know. It's just a show I could never get into.
I feel that. It's
Like
kind
and then with like Rick and Morty too. I don't know why.
Okay, Rick and Morty is
Dad,
blasphemous.
like Family Guy, all those shows I could never get into.
I see you don't like funny stuff.
Simpsons, never liked.
You don't like animated stuff? Is that it? You only like weeboo anime shit?
Yep, exactly.
Well, I think with Rick and Morty, what they have is there are a lot of like one-off moments that are really funny, but overall the show is just kind of okay for
Blasphemous.
me.
Blasphemous indeed.
What's your favorite show, Maureen?
I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. You just don't have a high enough IQ. Like
You tell
I love that argument.
me IQ to understand Rick and Morty.
That's one of my favorite arguments is that if you don't find Rick and Morty funny, it's because you're stupid.
Elon Musk himself said it.
Thought I heard
It's such a funny meme.
I mean, if someone does use it legitimately, they're actually fucking stupid. Morgan, what's your favorite TV show of all time?
Of all time? Ooh. That's a big honor to give a show.
I know mine pretty easily, actually.
Yeah, I got two.
What's yours?
Mine's Psych.
Ooh.
Oh, Psych's definitely up there for me. I think it's Parks and Recreation. is my
I haven't
favorite.
watched enough TV to really have a broad range. Like, I've never finished The Office, Parks and Rec. I've never finished it.
Office is great.
I've only
but then it
finished
dies.
Game of Thrones, Psych.
thought I heard
Did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad. Yep, I've finished all three of those.
I thought I remembered you saying you finished Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I like Breaking Bad.
The Good
I
Place
had a
is
hard
pretty
time
good.
getting into it in the beginning, and I just kept getting better and better.
It did get better as it went along. That is true.
Yeah, and so it made it a lot easier to watch.
I don't know. The Good Place season 1 finale with like the plot reveal was
Mhm.
such an amazing godlike moment that the rest of the show just felt like such a letdown to me.
Breaking
Like-
Bad?
For what?
No,
Okay, that's fair.
a show called The Good Place. If you just
Oh.
watch the first season and end it there, like it's unbelievable.
It's kind of like what it is with House of Cards. If anyone's seen that, the first 2 seasons are great, and it just sucks after that.
Like Morgan, were you not like knocked on your pants when that happened? Like I was like, oh shit! Like I paused.
Yeah, it was a big plot twist for sure.
And like it was, I saw no way of seeing that coming.
Yeah.
I'd say my 2 favorite shows of all time are Breaking Bad and Burn Notice. Burn Notice is a little less well known, but
Mine would either be
Burn Notice is great.
South Park or X Files.
X-Files.
X-Files.
Have you guys seen X Files? That's pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen a fair amount.
You know what show I actually really liked when I was little? Cold Case.
Power Rangers. Oh.
I like.
I also did like Power Rangers when I was really little.
I don't know. Did any of you guys watch like the History Channel, like top 10 like most dangerous animals or something like that? I forget what it's called.
No, but
Ancient Aliens.
Sometimes.
I
Ancient
always-
Aliens is amazing.
I always watched World's Dumbest Criminals on True TV.
Did anyone watch Deadliest Warrior?
Deadliest Warrior. No.
No.
I watched on History Channel. I
I'm
watched,
going to bed, boys.
I think I am too.
Alright.
I watched Dogfights, which was a show about World War II aerial battles, and that was awesome.
I just watched 1917. That was a great.
I heard that one.
Oh,
was
is that
good.
the war one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's World War One, and it's they like all the scenes are uncut, so it just makes it look like a continuous
That's nice.
like
Thing.
Is that the
thing.
one where the
It's
main
really
premise
cool.
is the dude trying to find the brother?
Yeah, so it's two guys.
Because I think I've seen it.
Yeah, two guys are sent off to warn 2 battalions that they're running into a trap, and so they have to go onto the front lines and actually go through front lines to do that.
That was the last
And so it's
movie I
their
saw with
journey
my
of just
grandfather.
like sneaking through literally like German forces, and then getting to the wherever they have to go. Trying to word that without spoiling anything.
There's so many good war movies.
Yeah, there are. Saving Private Ryan, great one.
Saving Private Ryan's the best one. I would say. 1970.
Forrest Gump, even.
A war.
It's a war movie.
I got bit in the butt. Somebody bit me. He got shot. What was his Goomba? No, not Goomba. What was his friend's name?
Bubba Gump.
Bubba Gump,
yeah,
not
Bubba
Goomba.
Bubba Gump. Bubba Gump. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bubba Gump.
Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, baby.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Oh. Alright. I too am going to skedaddle a doodle.
Okay. I'm gonna go in
Peace.
8 minutes.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Peace.
What are you doing that for?
Greeting, and I thank you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to finish up some of these videos so I don't have to do them tomorrow
And
for
perhaps someday
class.
you'll and lead the companions to further glory. Greeting, Shield.
I have completed the companions quest line. So now I gotta do a whole bunch of radiant quests. Shield of Ysgramor.
Alright, so who's left?
Me. I'm gonna go in
Me.
8 minutes.
Yeah, I'm headed out pretty soon here. My video's almost done.
I'm
I see.
dying here. I'm so tired.
Did I hear right? Did he say you were to
I'll
lead?
be all alone.
We've earned the right. And it's my.
Yep.
Let's go tell the others.
Interesting. Yep, I have finished the campaigns. Just gotta do a bunch of raiding quests now. That's so lit, dude.
Does the companion stuff end with you turning into a werewolf? Is that like the last quest?
No. You. It's
That
like one of the
end,
middle
that
quests.
begins
Yeah.
like the second half of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it becomes more of a companions versus
Yes.
these
Brought honor
this
to
group of
Not
werewolf
but
slayers.
you don't have to stay if you don't want
Okay.
to. If you had told me, but let's hope you can show that his heart was not deceived. Good luck, my friend.
Yeah, the werewolf slayers attack Jorvaskr. It is the silver hand that attacked Jorvaskr.
I wouldn't have expected someone like
Alec?
you to be the harbinger.
What?
Come to me with
Was it the
questions.
silver hand that attacked
I know
Jorvaskr
Argus
and killed
Riolus
Kaldek?
as well as Vignar by
Yeah.
now. Except I can remember it.
Which I don't know how they make their way into Whiterun.
Get past all the guards.
And then are able to beat up the companions.
Right.
Alright, so how do you do that telekinesis leveling
Brings you to me.
trick?
The one that I said? Except for alteration.
Travels?
You need
Yeah.
you need one of the powers from Dragonborn DLC.
It's necessary.
Yeah, because how the power works. Or it actually might not be. No, I think it is. I think it is from Dragonborn DLC. You use it, and then it lets you.
Yeah.
Your magicka literally doesn't go down for 30 seconds. Then
Mhm.
you use telekinesis, and then you fast travel across the map.
I bet it's also possible to get that with enchanting.
Yeah. Maybe.
Because otherwise, telekinesis takes so much mana.
Yeah. But like, Alec, you can't. You have to have literally 100%. No magicka drainage. Just learned word of power, the second word of animal allegiance.
And that you will never use.
Yeah. How many radiant quests do I have left to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, 10 radiant quests. Oh, that's so bad.
Oh,
Oh, there's so many bugs in my room.
How? You smell that bad?
You know, it's always been, but I think
No.
I'm eager to
Just get in through the
the why you
blinds. Or the
The screen.
screen, yeah. Because they're all the tiniest bugs.
Uh-huh.
And they're just annoying.
I've been tending to the warriors.
What do you
of
need, my
Jorvaskr
friend?
For as long as I can remember.
Friends like
Oh,
you.
there's actually a ridiculous amount of them.
I'd be dead if
Oh, there's
not
a-
for Vignar. Took me in
there's
and
a hole
helped
in
me
this
turn
screen.
my
There's-
life around.
Okay, I'm looking out my window right now. There's just a trillion bugs here crawling all over the screen right now. This is the freakiest thing. Oh my.
Bugs? Ooh,
They're
scary.
everywhere. Okay, I'm seeing a writhing mass crawling across my window right now. Okay? That's kind of freaky.
As of now, I am 134 hours, 2 minutes, and 41 seconds into this playthrough of Skyrim. Pretty cool.